The NBA season has started, and I'm going to go through the NBA awards for 2023 from Rookie of the Year all the way up to MVP and maybe even Coach of the Year. So let's get straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. First off, we're going to start off with Rookie of the Year. Now, this video is going to be my prediction. Got a list here of my prediction of who's going to win the Rookie of the Year, who's going to win the Sixth Man of the Year, who's going to be most improved, defensive player, MVP, and finals MVP, and then maybe I might do the Coach of the Year. So, how this is going to work, I'm going to name 3 players who could run up for the award, and then I'm going to mention 1 or 2 guys, or maybe 3, who could see who's probably a wild card who's going to come up late. First off, Rookie of the Year. Now, as you know, Chet Holmgren got injured versus LeBron in the... I'll just put the video up. Injured himself. He's out for the whole season. If Chet Holmgren did play, I would tip Chet Holmgren. I'll put probably Chet Holmgren as number 1 to play. So that's what we're going to worry about there. Chet Holmgren's out. So Chet Holmgren, no one really want to worry about him anymore. I do like Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray is a rookie. Yeah, I think it was like the 5th or 6th pick of the draft. And you wouldn't suspect the 6th pick of the draft as much as the top 2 mainly. As you know, Chet Holmgren was the 2nd pick. I like Keegan Murray and also Jaden Ivey. Jaden Ivey, his work with Cade Cunningham will be amazing in Detroit. He will really help Cade. Those 2 guys working together with Isaiah Stewart coming and whoever else is at Detroit. I think Detroit could get up a bit higher in the next season, but we'll see what happens and all that. And I put Jaden Ivey at number 2, and number 1, I've got Paolo Banchero. So number 3, Keegan Murray, number 2, Jaden Ivey, number 1, Paolo Banchero. That's what I'm going to go for. I think Paolo, number 1 pick, he's deserved it. He's going to play amazing in Orlando. You got to look out for Paolo Banchero for the Rookie of the Year. And to mention, I'm going to mention Benedict Mathurin. If you want to see this guy come up, I think Benedict Mathurin is a wild card, you could say. He's a wild card. You don't know how's he going to work with Tyrese Halliburton. I reckon Benedict could come out of the blue and win Rookie of the Year if it happens. Before we get on to the 6th Man of the Year, let's just run through Warriors-Lakers opening night. This video is coming out on the opening night of the NBA. This video is meant to come out before the NBA started, but I have an excuse now to say the NBA has season officially started. Let's go through awards. Now, we've only seen 2 games. Philadelphia 76ers and Boston Celtics and Warriors-Lakers. So now we've only seen 4 teams play and not 30. That's why this video is out now. Moving on, 6th Man of the Year. I really like now. I put a poll up in my video on my channel, I think earlier today. And I don't know, this is very tough. 6th Man of the Year. I'll do some mentions. Number 3 first. Number 3, I've got Norman Powell. I think working with the Clippers with Kawhi Leonard coming back healthy, Paul George, I think Norman Powell can really show. I think it's Norman Powell, whatever his name is. I think he can help off the bench. I think he can really help off the bench and contribute with this Clippers team. That's why I'm going him as number 3. Number 2, though, I do got to go back to the reigning 6th Man of the Year, Tyler Herro. I think he will work absolutely stunning with Jimmy Butler and the Heat. I think he has good minutes, great shooter. He can do everything on the floor. He can shoot, he can hit game winners, he can do all the fancy footwork. And number 1, I just got to go. I've got to go Jordan Poole. He just signed a $140 million deal for the next 4 seasons. Of course, he's going to play with the Warriors. He's going to be at his A standard. He'll be the next Steph Curry. That is why I'm not biased. I probably am biased, but I just think Jordan Poole, after coming off a championship, after coming off an amazing opener of ring night, I think he would want to go for the 6th man. I reckon he'll get that done. And to mention, you've got to look out for these 2. Bones Hyland with the Nuggets and Malcolm Brogdon with the Celtics. That trade from, where did Malcolm Brogdon come from? Indiana Pacers, was it? Indiana Pacers to Celtics. Look out for those 2 guys. Bones Hyland worked very well with Nikola Jokic, Michael Porter Jr., Jamal Murray. Most improved player. Now, this is very hard to choose. Very hard to decide on what really to do here. Mention Anthony Edwards. Watch out for him. Really, whoever I've got number 3 here, I've got number 3 as Anthony Davis. Now, most improved Anthony Davis, people are probably saying, oh, he's already played seasons, he's already played games, he's not really going to improve. I think he will improve. If Anthony Davis is healthy, he's number 3. This vote now at most improved only bets on if Anthony Davis is healthy. If whoever else is healthy, whoever I put above him. But I think Anthony Davis, if he's playing healthy, if he plays how he did in opening night and also preseason against the Warriors, he's an improved player. After coming off an injury, coming back, most improved, absolutely. And then you've got number 2. I'm gonna put Jonathan Kuminga. I really think Jonathan Kuminga. You could say James Wiseman, most improved, but I think Jonathan Kuminga, he showed his talent off in preseason against the Lakers, and particularly in the Japan series. I really think Jonathan Kuminga can work with dunks, work with Wiseman, work with Clay, Jordan. I can mention a lot more names. I think Kuminga can really help, not just because he plays for the Warriors, of course, yes, championship, we get that. But I think Jonathan Kuminga can really show what he is and what he can do. And number 1, I've just got to go for the guy, number 1 pick, 2019 draft from the Pelicans, Zion Williamson. He's going to be athletic. I've seen him dunk. I've seen him dunk in the preseason. He's ready. He's ready to go, ready to rock and roll. This only relies on if he's healthy. If he's healthy, definitely most improved player. Because he's coming off an injury, didn't play last season, probably played a bit from last season, then got injured. And then coming back, playing with Brendan Ingram, CJ McCollum, Jonas Valanciunas, what else do you want? He will be athletic, he can dunk, he can lay up, he can nearly do anything. He's a shot blocker, physical, big man, absolute god on the paint. Zion Williamson, easily going to be most improved player. Next up, Defensive Player of the Year. And these are where the big 2 awards are coming. Defensive Player of the Year and Most Valuable Player. We got to look at these. First off, Defensive Player of the Year. We do know Marcus Smart last year getting Defensive Player of the Year. You can see that last year with his steals, defense. We get that. I don't think he can do it back. I don't really think Marcus Smart can really come back and do it again like Nikola Jokic in MVP. But I do think number 3, I've got Giannis. I've got Giannis at number 3 just because, as a lot of just because things in this video, just because I really just want to tell you now, Giannis is going to be back. I think he's going to be back. Chris Middleton's healthy, Drew Holiday's healthy. I think in this first stint of the year, I think Giannis can really show his talent in defense in the paint against Nikola Jokic, against Kevon Looney, against all these other guys. And number 2, I've got the 2019 and 2020 Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert, number 2. He just got traded. He got traded to Minnesota to work with Kat, D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. And the Jazz team on the other end who has no one. So, Rudy Gobert working with Kat, yes, he could technically, everyone's saying he could technically win the Defensive Player of the Year, but I just think he's not, he's really technically the center position in this team, but I really think his athleticism, what he can do in the paint with blocking, number 2, easy. And number 1, very hard to decide who the Defensive Player of the Year will be. I've got Bam Adebayo. I really think Bam is going to come back even more healthier. Going to play absolute minutes on the court with Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, and Victor Oladipo off the bench, and Max Strus, Tyler Herro. Like a list goes on and on. I think him will be the Defensive Player of the Year, the second biggest award this next season. Bam Adebayo, easily you could say Defensive Player of the Year. Videos now, he can block shots, he can do everything. He is a key to this Heat's team. They nearly made it to the finals. They lost by 4 against the Celtics in the conference finals. Jimmy Butler played every minute. Bam didn't really show himself, but I reckon this next season want to get revenge. Heat want to get to the finals. That is why easily Bam Adebayo Defensive Player of the Year. To mention though, for the Defensive Player of the Year, I've got Kevon Looney. I think he said in one of the videos or interviews, he said he wants to try and get Defensive Player of the Year. I reckon that's going to happen. That's a mention. Look out for Kevon Looney with the Warriors. Now, Most Valued Player, MVP, the biggest award of the season. Who's going to get that MVP? Will Nikola Jokic, or 3P, will he go back to back to back? I don't think so. I don't think Nikola Jokic can go back to back. Can he work with Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.? We'll see. But we'll put the mentions on this list. No, we'll go to number 3. Number 3, first off, I've got Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving are healthy, the Nets are going to go to the playoffs. If Kevin Durant is healthy, he's going to drop numbers, he's going to drop points, rebounds, assists. I think Kevin Durant is an MVP candidate and will probably be a nominee for the top 3. Number 2, I've got to go to the Joker. Absolute. I think he will absolutely show his MVP thoughts, what he can do, but I don't think he can go to the MVP 3P, because how will he work? Yes, he carried the Denver team last year. You saw that. You saw him carrying the team. And you saw, now you get Jamal Murray back, Michael Porter Jr. back. Yes, they can work with them, but how will his effort be? Will he want to hog the ball? Will he want to take the ball? What will he do? He might get a bit nervous halfway through the season, but I don't think he'll get the MVP. I do think, though, number 1, Joel Embiid is going to get the MVP. Just because did you see him versus the Boston Celtics? Legit under 24 hours ago. He dropped like 21 points. James Harden dropping 35. That shows how good Philly are. Yes, they lost by, I think, about 8 or 7. But he's a point scorer. He's a defense. He could be a defensive player. He can score. His average is nearly a triple-double. Not like Luka Doncic, but I really think Joel Embiid will get the MVP, and really, I think the 76ers could get to the conference finals this next season, and even the finals. We've got to mention those 3 key players. Out of the blue, Steph Curry. Watch out for him. It's an absolute wild card. Don't even know where he's going to physically be. Last season, not too good. Only average under 30% from the 3. He was really under the rock last season. Yes, he got his finals MVP, but can he get most valuable player? We'll see. Also, along with Luka Doncic, everyone's saying Luka's going to get it. Everyone is saying Luka's going to get it. I just don't think he could be a nominee, but I don't think he will probably be in the top 2. I don't think so. And Giannis, of course, you got to do MVP, most valuable player. Giannis is also another mention there. But I do think Kevin Durant, if he's healthy, if Kevin Durant's not healthy, put Luka there. If Kevin Durant is not healthy, put Luka where Kevin Durant is. But that's my prediction for most valued player. And now, finals MVP. These are the 3 teams. Warriors, 76ers, Heat, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, Jimmy Butler. Whoever wins out of those 3 teams, Eastern Conference, Western Conference, they are going to win the MVP. If Warriors make the final, Steph Curry. If 76ers win the final, Joel Embiid. If Heat win the final, Jimmy Butler. And now, Coach of the Year, I haven't really thought much about it, but I've put an idea out. I really think either Steve Kerr, Monty Williams, or even the team that's going to come out. I think either the Timberwolves coach, whoever that guy is, Chris Finch, either him. That I'm not really talking about much about Coach of the Year, but I do think he could be up there, those 3 candidates. That's it, guys. I've rushed it. I'll put it in the description. Watch this whole video. If you guys stayed to the end, thank you so much. Next video, so I've got Rookie of the Year, Paolo Banchero, 6th Man of the Year, Jordan Poole, Most Improved Zion, Defensive Player of the Year, Bam Adebayo, Most Valued Player, Joel Embiid, Finals MVP, Steph Curry, Joel Embiid, or Jimmy Butler. That is it, guys. Next video, game review. Get ready for that. Opening night versus Lakers, ring night, 4 MVPs, 4 championships. That is it. Thanks for watching. These are my NBA rewards. If you want to go check out my whole NBA playlist. This next season is here. NBA season, finally here. We're in it now. This is it. NBA 2023 season is started. It's on. Rock and roll. Who wins the MVP? Who gets finals MVP? Who wins the 2023 champion? Can the Warriors go back-to-back? We'll see. I'll leave you with that question. Go check out the NBA playlist. Go check it out.